Are you completely tired of heavily overpriced modern compact sedans that constantly promise the absolute world in their glossy brochures, but utterly fail to deliver basic fundamental reliability when you actually need it the most on your stressful daily morning commute? Today, we are aggressively tearing down the technical architecture of this legendary vehicle, starting straight under the hood, where you are typically greeted by either the incredibly robust 1.4-liter naturally aspirated gasoline engine or the absolute powerhouse 1.6-liter turbo diesel block, commonly known as the CRDI. Let us focus intensely on the structural architecture of the diesel power plant because it represents an absolute triumph of modern thermal efficiency and sustained torque delivery, capable of pushing out over 128 horsepower and a massive 260 newton-meters of torque. The engine block itself is cast directly from a highly durable material specifically engineered to easily withstand the immense internal cylinder pressures generated by the variable geometry turbocharger, heavily breathing forced air directly into the combustion chambers. The direct fuel delivery system actively utilizes a highly sophisticated common rail setup that operates at mind-boggling mechanical pressures, perfectly atomizing the heavy diesel fuel into microscopic droplets right as the piston physically reaches top dead center, ensuring that absolutely every single drop of fuel is chemically converted into pure forward kinetic energy. The physical power is seamlessly routed directly to the front-driven wheels through either a highly dependable manual gearbox that generously offers crisp, satisfying mechanical gear changes, or a highly traditional torque converter automatic transmission that brilliantly manages the massive wave of low-end torque. If we completely logically shift our physical focus downwards to the unsprung heavy mass of the vehicle, the suspension geometry utilizes a heavily refined McPherson strut configuration in the front, utilizing incredibly thick lower steel control arms and highly durable polyurethane rubber bushings that completely effectively isolate the main passenger cabin from harsh, violent physical impacts directly generated by terrible, neglected urban infrastructure. The primary hydraulic braking system features heavy vented steel disc brakes up front to quickly effectively dissipate harsh friction heat, and solid steel discs in the rear, heavily aggressively clamped by highly responsive metal calipers and heavily electronically supported by a 4-channel anti-lock braking system, commonly known universally as ABS, and an electronic brake force distribution module known simply as EBD. Inside the main interior cabin, the core dedicated engineering focus firmly, securely remains on highly functional, sensible physical ergonomics, rather than fragile, cheap luxury interior trims that easily, quickly peel or scratch terribly over a short period of time, entirely avoiding the incredibly frustrating modern automotive trend of laggy, cheap digital screens that completely aggressively wash out in direct, harsh, bright sunlight. Every single hard interior plastic panel, from the deeply textured upper plastic dashboard molding to the incredibly thick, highly durable door inner cards, is explicitly, heavily, and purposefully physically designed to completely withstand decades of brutal, intense, burning ultraviolet sunlight exposure without ever cracking, fading, or gradually developing those highly infuriating, high-pitched, annoying harmonic structural rattles.